If you're waiting to see if your athlete is committed to competing in college sports before the recruitment process starts, then you're already killing their chances of running at the next level. What's going on, guys? Ryan Searl here, CEO and founder of the Preferred Recruit, where we've been able to help hundreds of athletes get scholarships and offers to college for track and field only. I was a prior Division I athlete at UCSB and Cal Poly, going through the transfer portal not only once, but twice. So when it comes to the track and field space, I'm your guy. Being committed to running in college is abstract until you can see what's actually possible. So essentially, you're asking your athlete to be committed to a fantasy. Your athlete's confidence is coming directly from the results on the track, right? But what most people don't realize is that they're already good enough. And the recruitment process is about so much more than results alone. So why don't we apply the same logic to recruitment? You guys are questioning whether your athlete is committed to the process, but they haven't even received a single email from a coach yet. So today I'm gonna show you proactive measures your athlete can take so they can get genuine responses back from coaches, which will therefore give them more confidence in the recruitment process. Therefore, you can see their true level of commitment to the process. Now, make sure you guys stay to the end because the third step is the most important step. And if you don't do it, you may not get a response back from the coach. So, number one, crafting your list of target schools. This is the research phase. In this phase, it is your guys' responsibility to craft and build a list of at least 50 schools that you can run at. Now, how do you know if you can run at a school? Let me tell you. There are two ways you can see if you are able to run in college. First option is going to trackandfieldstandards.com, which is a website I developed in which you can enter your times and to see where you qualify to run in college. The second option is going to tfrrs.com and using the TFRRS method. Now, what is the TFRRS method? You are going to search up a school you are interested in running in. And instead of looking on the results on the team, you're going to go to the conference marks. Top 8 times in the conference are typically going to be where your full scholarship athletes are. Top 15 is where the target recruits. Top 25 is typically going to be a walk-on or genuine interest. Now you're gonna create a list of 50 schools in which you fall into one of those 3 categories. Now, of course, you have to make sure you're discussing a family budget when it comes to school because you can't be reaching out to schools in which you're not gonna be getting money at. Then once you create that list of 50 schools, you're then going to go onto the official roster of that school. Find the coach's information and enter the email onto that spreadsheet you created. Step 2 is the outreach phase. You are then going to email every single coach from every single one of those schools. Now, please do it timely and try to get it done in one day. Just lock in for 1 hour and just get every single email out and make sure they're very customized. And just for you guys to know, here's the most important parts you need to include in your email. An introduction mentioning the coach's last name, saying where you're from, who you are, what high school you go to, your times, your GPA, your unweighted GPA, and proof of that. So putting your MileSplit, your athletic.net, putting a transcripts into the Google Drive, also asking a question. If you would contribute all of those into the email, you're gonna be golden. Now, in terms of the outreach strategy itself and what you should be doing, email all those 50 schools at once on a Monday at 9 a.m. Guys, I know it's very specific, but trust me, it works every single time. Now, if you don't get any responses for 10 to 14 days, re-email again with a follow-up email. Just saying, hey coach, not sure if you saw my previous email, just wanted to reintroduce myself, and just send the same email again. Now, you're gonna do this 3 times, and if you don't get any responses, chances are the coach didn't want to respond, right? You weren't probably good enough for their program to get a response, but for all the responses you do get, you now have open conversations which you can nurture into step 3, which is the nurture phase. In this phase, your sole goal is to get on a phone call with this coach and secure a visit. So of course, having normal conversations, talking to the coach about the program, asking about his training philosophy, but here's a pro tip, guys, do not bring up money. Let the coach bring that up. Until it gets too late, of course, then you can start bringing it up. But they're typically gonna offer you on the visit, and that's gonna show you everything to know about how much they value you. But in this nurturing phase, like I said, the whole goal is to get onto a visit, which brings us to the next phase, the visit phase. On this phase, you're going to show that you're a good person and you can mesh well with the team. That is the whole point of this visit, is to see if the school is a fit for you and if you can mesh with the other athletes on the team, because after every visit, the coach is gonna call all the athletes up in the office and be like, hey, do we like the kid? Do we not like the kid? So be impressionable, be nice, be courteous, and just be fun, right? At the end of the day, it needs to be a mutual fit. If you don't feel like you fit in, don't force the fit. If they don't feel like they fit in, they're gonna tell the coach, which is probably gonna save you in the long run. Now this leads us to the offer phase. In this phase, this is where you're gonna be weighing all your offers and trying to negotiate for more scholarship by utilizing all the visits you went on and create leverage. Now, how do you do that? Let's say you get 3 offers, all different amounts of money, but the school that you wanna go to the most offers you the lowest amount of money. The way you approach this is you go to that school, let them know about the other offers, and to see if it's possible to raise the scholarship. Now, this is the only time when it's appropriate to truly talk about money, so make sure you're phrasing everything correctly and just don't be an idiot, guys. Don't ask for just saying, hey coach, can I have more scholarship? Let's be nice, let's be courteous, and let's negotiate appropriately. Which leads into the signing phase. Once you get the negotiations, rate all your options, use all your leverage, we can now sign to a school. Now, the real commitment question. Will your athlete execute the outreach phase? Will your athlete actually execute when coaches start responding? Will they keep running when nothing happens? Athletes don't get committed and then recruited. They get committed because recruiting actually gives them a tangible goal. And having a dream without having a goal is just running in circles.